Hippie capital of Nepal, Pokhara. Hi, my name is Tanvi Dikshit. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm bringing you to the city of lakes, Pokhara, Nepal. Okay, so we are here at this cafe called the Juicery. This cafe has been really highly recommended by a lot of people. Even before I came to Pokhara, 2-3 of the locals from Nepal told me that you have to try this. It serves smoothies and healthy food and all of that. So it's such a cute cafe. It was like just a 2-minute walk away from Kiwi Backpackers Hostel where I'm staying, and they have a really nice and healthy menu. So they have fresh pressed juices, they have smoothies, they have like all of your breakfast items like eggs and avocado toast and all of that. They have burgers, sandwiches. The menu is lovely, like you're spoiled for choice. So I have called for an avocado smash, which is like this sourdough open toast with avocado, scrambled egg. There's a side of beetroot hummus, and then I've called for a mango smoothie, which is super yum. So if you're staying in Pokhara, definitely one meal has to be at the Juicery. It's like 6:30ish in the evening. I pretty much spent the last hour chilling by the lakeside of the Phewa Lake. So Phewa Lake is basically the main lake in Pokhara, and people go for like boat rides and all of that. I was basically just sitting on the banks looking at the sunset. It was a little overcast, so couldn't see the sun setting properly, but then it was still very nice and peaceful. The main lakeside park sort of a thing around Phewa Lake is actually very crowded. You'll find a lot of local people there and all of that. It tends to get really crowded, so I would suggest finding one of the other secluded spots where you can just sit by yourself and spend some good time. After that, I'm just walking around the market. So there is a street parallel to the lakeside promenade, and that street is like lined by cafes. There are so many restaurants, there are like shops and all of that. So yeah, I'm just taking a stroll down the market street, and I am going to end my day with something really cool. So while I was in Kathmandu, a backpacker that I met in my hostel told me that there is a place in Pokhara which does movie nights. It's known as Movie Garden, and they screen like a different movie every day, and you have like popcorn and pizza and all of that, and it's like one of the favorite things that backpackers do when here. So yeah, me and a bunch of other people from my hostel are actually going to the Movie Garden to catch a movie tonight. I'm super excited, and that's how I'm going to be ending my day. So this morning we are off to explore firstly the Phewa Lake, and then we are actually going to see the stupa. So to reach the stupa you have 2-3 different ways. You can either drive down on your motorbike till a certain point and then hike up from there. We are going to take a boat. So we're actually going to take a boat ride which takes you to the base of the stupa, and then you climb up some odd 480 steps. So yeah, I don't think you can see it in the background from here, but it's somewhere that side. So we're going to negotiate with the boat guy, take a boat ride to the stupa, and then hike up. Guys, you can opt for different boating packages, okay? They have regular road boats, they have paddle boats and all of that. So we have actually taken a package where the boat will take you all the way to the stupa. They'll wait for you till you finish your hike, and then they'll bring you back to the starting point. So we paid 1670 for 3 people. So it's 3 of us traveling together. So it comes to around 550 Nepalese rupees, which is not bad actually, not a bad deal, because it's like a 45-minute boat ride, and then they wait for you for I think an hour, and then 45 minutes back sort of. The lake is very pretty. The water is not the cleanest, to be honest, but nonetheless the lake is surrounded by a lot of greenery, and it's very nice. So we arrived on the other side, on the side of the stupa, and we have started up our climb now. It's supposed to be about 480 steps. The path is very, very beautiful, lined by greens on both sides. So we are almost halfway through the hike. The view is gorgeous. How are you feeling, girls? Yeah, so these two girls have just finished Annapurna Base Camp trek. And how are we feeling doing this little hike after that?
I think we still have to recover
Yeah.
completely. We're like, oh, we're fine. Like the pain is starting to go away, but now we're like, oh, I can feel it all still.
We should get another massage.
Trekkers massage. After that challenging hike, we have finally reached the top of the stupa. Now, photography and videography is not really allowed, so I won't be able to show you everything. I'll try to show you one or two snippets. So there are a lot of like cute cafes at the top of the stupa, so we have stopped for a glass of fresh fruit juice because we really need it. My next stop in Pokhara is the International Mountain Museum. If you are somebody who loves museums just like me, you are going to enjoy this one. I just spent like I think over 2 or 3 hours in the museum, and it is so informative and interesting. Firstly, there are all of these exhibits on the local mountain people of Nepal, like the different tribes, the different communities that live here, their culture, their traditions, outfits, all of that. Secondly, you will find exhibits on all the major mountain expeditions in the history, right from all the first summits of the 8,000ers, your Everest, Kanchenjunga, K2, all of these, Annapurna, all of these expeditions. Details about how those expeditions were done, who were the first people to summit those peaks and all of that. It is extremely informative. There are exhibits about how climate change is affecting the mountain environment, the local flora and fauna of the Nepalese mountains, of the Himalayas. There's information about how the Himalayas were formed and what is going to be the future. All of that. It is extremely enriching and informative. So if you are at all interested in knowing about the history, geography of the place, you should definitely make a stop here. If you're a foreign visitor, the ticket will cost you 500 Nepalese rupees. But if you belong to any of the SAARC countries, so because I'm from India, I had to pay only 250 Nepalese rupees, which is very affordable. The museum is a must visit. Pokhara is actually a place which acts as the base for a lot of hikers. For example, people going on the Annapurna base camp hike, they usually come to Pokhara and then start the trek from here. You can also do the Poon Hill trek, you can do the Madhi Himar trek. There are many treks that start from Pokhara, and in Pokhara you'll find all possible trekking companies that will help you arrange these treks. You can even do these treks yourself. You can just simply get a permit and do, especially the ABC, the Annapurna base camp trek is very easily done by yourself. All you have to do is just get the permit. It will save you a lot of money, and I just met a few backpackers who have done the trek themselves and they were very happy about it. They said it was pretty easy to do. So yeah, if you are coming to Pokhara, I would suggest have at least like a week or two to spare, so that you can do the ABC or any of these other treks, because there's no point really coming here if you're not going to be hiking. So yeah, I unfortunately don't have enough time, so I won't be doing any of these treks, but I'm getting a feel of it, and the next time I'm going to plan it better and definitely do the ABC. Hello and welcome to Sarangkot. Now, when you're in Pokhara, one of the must-do things is coming to the Sarangkot sunrise viewpoint. So, as you can see, we have reached the sunrise viewpoint right now. So, Sarangkot is about, I would say, like a half an hour drive away from the lakeside of Pokhara. And you can either rent out a taxi, you can rent out a scooter, drive yourself. You can also take a cable car. So, we actually just rented out a taxi and came to to the top of the viewpoint. The taxi cost us 2,000 Nepalese rupees, which is not bad at all. So the sunrise here happens quite early, especially around this time, June, July. So 5:12 was the sunrise. So we've luckily made it in time. Now Sarangkot sunrise is going to be really weather dependent. So if you make it here in clear weather, then you're going to get an amazing view even of a few of the 8,000 peaks from here. Today, as you can see, because it's monsoons, it's a little cloudy and overcast. So we are hoping that we'll at least get a little view. So yeah, we're going to wait it out and see. Right now it's pretty cloudy, but if you manage to come here on a sunny day, nothing like it, the view is going to be fabulous. The cab drop-off point, there is like a short 5 to 10 minutes hike to get up to all the way up to the watchtower where we are right now. There is a 60 Nepalese rupee fee to come to the watchtower, but I recommend come here because this gives you like the best panoramic view from all sides. Even if the sunrise was kind of a bust, it was really like the views were still really, really nice. We just like vegged out at this spot for a while, and like we were just soaking in the views and all of that. We even got a cup of black tea, and yeah, so I would recommend that you check the weather before you come. But even if you miss the sunrise or the sunset, that's okay because you still get some really gorgeous views. Another very interesting thing that you can do when you're here in Pokhara is visit the Tibetan refugee camp. So there's a settlement of Tibetan refugees here. About 200 odd Tibetans actually live here, and they've been living here for generations now. So as you can see, they have this tiny little Tibetan village sort of a thing. Behind me, you can see these are all their houses. Then they even have a monastery here. They have a school here. They have a community hall and all of that. It's a very heartwarming sort of slice of Pokhara. So when you're here, actually you can come down, just they'll invite you inside their homes, they'll talk to you, tell you about their history and all of that. They mostly depend on tourists buying souvenirs, so they make a lot of these handicrafts. So I picked up a bunch of like these Tibetan souvenirs from them, so maybe you can do that. And yeah, it's a cute way to spend a morning in Pokhara. Hope you had fun exploring Pokhara with me. If you like this video, please come back for more, and before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.